Come little children, we'll take thee away to our review of Hocus Pocus, the game.
Hocus Pocus is a cooperative pattern building game based on the classic Disney movie. And I thought this game was going to be a lot easier than it was.
It was quick and fun, however it does kind of feel like a cash grab in the end. We'll tell you all about it after this quick how to play.
Players will work together to mess up the Sanderson Sisters potion.
On each player's turn, they will ask a question of the other players, then play an ingredient into the cauldron.
Players try to form one of the 3 different patterns that can stun one of the witches.
Players must match the same color of ingredients, the same ingredient, or the same ingredient in all 5 different colors in order to stun the witches.
If players must draw a card when the ingredient deck is out of cards, all players lose.
However, if players are able to stun the witches 3 times before that happens, all players win. So I'm a big fan of Hocus Pocus. I think a lot of the kids that grew up in the 90s are probably big fans of Hocus Pocus as you were growing up. So I was really excited to play this game. I do like some of the aspects of this game. It is kind of fun. However, I feel like just applying the Hocus Pocus IP onto it kind of makes it a cash grab. But I did enjoy playing this game even though it's super difficult.
So I'm going to be honest, it was a little deceiving because, you have all these pieces, the artwork is, it's pretty cool. It's not like too intricate or anything, like the book and everything. It looks nice, and we've played other like IP games where it's like, okay, not too difficult of like whether it's mechanics or whatnot. And the mechanic isn't that difficult, I guess, but I don't know, maybe it's just working together or the odds of actually getting those patterns. It's pretty difficult.
Yeah, I do like this cooperative game. And if you know this channel, you know we don't really like cooperative games because it always ends up being like a Monday morning quarterback or something like that who's just like, oh, do this, do that, do this, do that. In this game, you really can't do that because you're not really allowed to talk to each other than the one question that you ask, and then people give you answers, and then you have to play the card. And a lot of times you'll be like, I don't have the card, I'm just gonna play it. And then everyone's like, ah! So it is rather difficult, and it is a fun cooperative game if you don't mind the fact that you're probably never gonna win.
The rule about asking one question, I didn't really get it at first. I was just like, does anyone have a teardrop? And then whether they said yes or no, I honestly didn't know what to do with that information. So that was one thing that kind of took a little bit getting used to until I realized it. But yeah, maybe definitely like learn about that more before you play the game.
There's a lot of 1 step forward, 2 steps back in this game. We're like, oh, we're making so much progress. Oh, we're 1 card away. And then someone plays a card and you have to draw a spell card and it totally messes everything up. And you're just like, we were right there. Like in a lot of the games that we would play, we'd stun the witches twice, but then we're down to like 2 cards and we got to do it 1 more time. And it took so long just to do it the first 2 times. I'm sure that there are people out there, oh, you guys just don't know what you're doing and blah, 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 blah. And we were playing 3 and 4 player games. So, I mean, I think we were playing with a good amount of people. It's not like we were playing with, what does the box say that you're supposed to, 2 to 6. I can't see this game, maybe with 6 people, it'd be even harder. Probably with 2 people, it might be all right. I don't know. It's very difficult.
One thing I did want to note are these trick tokens that they have. Now these are kind of like emergency lifelines or extra powers you can do when, like, if you feel like you're stuck. And so with these here, I'm like, oh, that's very precious and valuable. Let's hold off until we really need it. However, when you get towards the end of the game or middle of the game and you're just like, okay, let's use it now. It's like, maybe we should just use it in the beginning and just kind of get it out of the way and give us, set ourselves up early on as much as we could and not hold off on using it for like a rainy day.
But I don't want it to sound like because we're saying we didn't win, we didn't like it. I like this game, I enjoyed it. I feel like the IP could have been better used. I don't know how you would make it easier, but there's got to be a way to make it easier. Maybe more cards. Maybe if we bought 2 games and we just made 1 big deck of cards, it might make it a little easier. But I don't know, there's just something, it's just a little too difficult for what this game presents itself as.
Overall, I still like the artwork and the production value. There is that nostalgia, right? Because it is an IP game. I do wish there would have been more Hocus Pocus or things that reminded me of the movie. I'll play it again, even though it's a cooperative game and whatnot. I'll give it a 4.5. 4.5.
Overall, this is a really fun game. I think the IP could have been used better. It is a little bit difficult, but it's not so difficult that I don't want to play it ever again. It's almost one of those games where I'm like, we're going to keep playing this game until we can win this game. It's going to happen. And I can definitely see this at Halloween time. You put the movie on TV, start playing this game. It'll be a fun Halloween game. It goes quickly, so you can play it and then play something else afterwards. Overall, I'm going to give it a 7. I liked it with or without the Hocus Pocus IP, but if you're a big fan of Hocus Pocus, you should definitely check it out. And that was our review of Hocus Pocus the game.
What'd you think? Are you ready to make a muck? Let us know in the comments below.
And if you're enjoying our content, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. And if you want to see other Halloween themed games, check out the link in our description below.
Until next time, I'm Lee.
I'm Kenny. I go party like a board gamer.